This is a quick tour of my Minecraft 1.16 world. This bit is my villager breeder, and I decided I was going to make it as a cloud in the sky. So yeah, looks okay. There they are. There's my villagers doing their thing, growing me a few carrots. There's their bed, and if I go in through this tower, down we go. I've collected a whole bunch of villagers and they've all been cured from my resident zombie who's hiding down here. I can... We've got somewhere around here. There we are. There's the lever. Up pops the zombie. He beats up the villagers. Oh, they've been transformed. So, over here, let's get a potion and a golden apple. And transform him back again. Right, once I need a villager, I set them running around the railway track and they go through into the portal. If I end up with any zombie pigmen, they get attracted by the eggs and they drop down here and land on the wither and they die. So from the top of my villager breeder, I can move over to my industrial patch. So the first thing here is my mob farm. There we go, lots of mobs. And to set this running, I need to press that button, make sure that, yep, that's good, they're all falling to their doom. So I would normally, if I was going to be AFK farming, I go and stand on the pressure plate that pushes all the slime, which powers that block and pushes all the slime and effectively turns on this line here. And the signal goes off round my nice little circuit. So over here is the first bit of power, comes over, illuminates that, round it goes. So I've got one circuit here going round and round and round. Every time this pops up like that, it sends a signal down to here, which turns on the water, and then a short while after, another flash pulses through and it turns off the next water. Okay, and I got the same thing mirrored on the other side. And what should happen is now if I turn on all the hitboxes, you can see all the mobs getting flushed out from this side, and then they fall from that side as well. And they land on magma and they all burn themselves alive. So there we are, there's all the mobs. I've put the hitboxes on so you can see them falling. One side should get flushed out, they all fall to their death. And then the other side all get flushed out and fall to their death. Once they fall, all of their drops get flushed out, land in the bottom, and then go down into the auto collection system. Oh, that's a nice sound, hearing them all die. Right, here we are. So this is where they all come falling in. There are my mob drops. And they go whizzing along here into all their sorters, and if I've got anything spare, it drops into the lava to finish it all off. This tells me that the string box is full. This is my sorter, all lights flashing away, and it tells me I've got loads of arrows, and I think I've got some gunpowder. That's always useful for making rockets. Let's have a look. Yeah, so I've got 4 chests, so 4 sets of chests full of gunpowder. so I can make myself lots of rockets. Right, let's go and turn that off. Let's have a look at my castle from the other side. Down there is my lighthouse and my boat. Up there they all are. Mob drops galore. Oi, go away. Right, once I've finished, I want to make sure I've switched it off. Okay, so this is my iron farm. So over here I've got some pillagers bouncing up and down in their water, and every now and again my villager over there, they see the pesky Pete, the pillager, and it wakes them up because they're scared. Now they try going back to sleep. No, I'm going to wake up. And what they will do is every 30 seconds or so they will spawn in an iron golem. So there he is, iron golem, falls all the way down. And the iron golem lands in a lava blade and dies, sending off his iron down through here, down into here, into this chest, and then into an enormous pile of iron storage. And there is loads. And all the spare goes straight into lava. We don't need to keep that. And then when I need some iron, I go in here and I collect out my iron blocks to do the building. So all of these floors around here are iron blocks. This is my favourite one. It's the cobblestone generator. I'd normally fly in, get caught in the cobwebs, come round here and turn it on. Let's just listen to it work. So oh my word, right, there we go. And if I hit the button, you can see all the cobble falls down, comes through here, goes into the sorting system, ends up in the chests. But let's go and see how it works. So we got a redstone power line coming up here, and this turns on my timing loop. I'll put some lights on here so we can watch it go round and around and around. Every time it gets off to this loop, it triggers this set of redstone lines. Off it goes. And every time it gets a pulse, it powers the pistons and they push the cobble out into Destructoland. The cobble's made with the lava and water meeting here, and the hiss noises as it makes the lava. Off go the pistons, pushing it out. And there's TNT being dispensed, and the cobble gets closer and closer. It drops. It blows up, all the bits of cobble get flushed down here into the trough, and off they go into my sorting system. Now, here's my timing loop again, round it goes, and every time it gets to here, it sends a pulse this way that moves this redstone block back and forth. Doo-doo. There we go, and that sends a pulse up here to control my TNT duplicator. Right, there we go. Generate the TNT. Off it goes. Now it's got this neat little trough here. So if the TNT lands in the wrong place, it gets caught. Sometimes it goes straight through. Sometimes, oh, it went straight through again. Sometimes it doesn't go straight through. It comes out to the side slightly. And it needs to land in this water trough that will just gently push it out to one side. Like, here we go, drops, and it lands perfectly on my block of ancient debris, and that is immune from being blown up. My obsidian box is pretty immune to being blown up, and that generates all the cobble that I need. So let's load up my system with a load of cobble. So I'll fill that up nice and quick while waiting, and let's turn this off. Let's go and do some smelting of all this cobble that I've now picked up. So let's take all this cobble that we've got, take it over to my super smelter. So pop it in the chest, and that's it. It goes down into the system. So let's go and have a look at the system. Mind we don't fall into the iron that's going through. Right. So all of that cobble is now going into my set of furnaces, and there we are, we've got some cobble in it. It's smelting away, and the fuel source I'm using at the moment is white carpet. Now I've got a big stack of white carpet, and but as the source runs low on carpet, it's going to trigger off my automatic carpet duplicator. I think this is a bit cheaty. I'm not going to make one of these again, but we've got loads of carpet generators. We've got our white terracotta to stop it, stop the slime blocks sticking, and as it all charges back and forth, we generate loads of carpet. So let's make it happen. Oh, we're getting close. What's our power level on that at the moment? Power 1, so we're gradually running out. And as soon as we end up with no carpet in one of these modules here, there we are, that's my carpet line. So burning through it. As soon as that drops too low, now that triggers, and we have the pistons going backwards and forwards, and we generate loads of fuel. Off it goes, down into the system. It all flows in this end, goes charging through until it fills up all of the hoppers for fuel and gets to the other end, and that stops the system running. So that's where I get the fuel from. Let's go and see how well we've done on the smelting. Have we finished? No, we're getting through. We're making our smooth stone, and it's coming in reasonably quickly. So let's leave it there and go and have a look at another system. Let's go and have a look at my music farm. Let's take all my smooth stone out. Sorry, stone out. Let's turn it into smooth stone. I can leave that running in the background. Off it goes. Right, my music farm is over here. Alright, let's do a little bit of cheating and slide through so we can see what's going on. Inside we've got a whole load of green concrete and a cat trapped in the middle. And on the next level we've got more cats and more cats and more cats. So when the creepers show up, they get scared, they try to run to these areas and they can't. So they drop down into the water. And in the water they fall down to the trap. Now, over here is a skeleton, and he doesn't like our friend the iron golem. And so when this place is full of creepers, I open that panel and off they go. All of the arrows will try and hit the golem, but they get stuck in the trapdoor or the snow, or they get stuck on the creepers as they fall down. Right, let's get out of here. So there are the creepers turning up, and normally they would just drop and I collect their gunpowder in here, but I want to collect some of their discs. So what I'm going to do is turn on some water to flush them all into the corner. I'm then going to go up here and lift up that glass slab. So my skeleton is now trying his best to shoot Mr. Iron Golem in the face, but that's no good. And he'll keep shooting away until the creepers drop dead. And when they drop dead, they drop their CDs into here. Right. That's got enough creepers in there for the moment. And he can just sit there shooting away. He's quite happy doing that. And I've given him plenty of armour to protect him from the light. And there we go. Collecting some music discs, and we go, which one do we want to listen to? What is Strat? Don't remember that one. So I take the disc, bring it over here, and pop it in my box. And it plays away quite happily there. Okay. This is my melon and pumpkin farm. So we've got this huge cake box where I've got a whole load of melons and pumpkins, and every time a melon or a pumpkin grows, it gets detected by the observer and it fires the pistons around it, and you'll suddenly hear a loud doo-doo as the pistons go like that over there, and they get pushed into a whole load of hoppers to then go into this system, which pops them out, and all the clicking is going to be all the melons and pumpkins that we're generating. So there we are, we can see them all falling down. The closer we get to the bottom, the more we'll see dropping past us until they finally end up in this water stream. And they will go round the water stream, through the automatic sorters, through these sorters, through these sorters, and they're all full, so any spare just get chucked straight into lava to dispose of them. And we got quite a lot coming through at the moment. And this is pretty much where I'll generate loads of pumpkins, loads of melons, and I'll use those to go and trade with my villagers to get lots of emeralds. So, from my XP farm, from my melon and pumpkin farm, I'm going to go over and have a look at the ridiculous XP farm. It sort of works, it's not particularly great, it's just a big. So we've got a whole load of cactus, and if I turn on the hitboxes, every now and again we see a bit of cactus drops off. It drops off into the water, flows through, and ends up in the storage system. So here we go. Oh, got some stuck here. Let's try again. Right, let's try again. So all the cactus should come in here, drop into these chests. Down it goes through the system, so let's put those cacti in there. Down it goes, down it goes. Oh, we've got quite a reasonable amount of cactus here. And that goes through into the smelting system when I turn it on. But at the moment we're out of fuel. So let's go over to the fuel system, and yes, this one's powered by bamboo. I should really get rid of the carpet duplicator and put a feed from the bamboo system into this, but it's big and it causes lots of lag. So let's go and turn it on and we can see why it causes lots of lag. So flick the switch. I would normally be standing on that power switch, and oh, it's turned into a slideshow. So I've got a flying machine that is flown all the way over there, and it flies back. And all of my minecarts have gone across. They've collected as much as they can. It's all being fed into droppers. It gets dropped out into the water stream. We've got so much we don't care about the little bit of extra that's spilled over. All of that fuel goes down here and is now filling up my hoppers, and it's burning the cactus to produce XP. But there is an absolute load of XP, sorry, a load of bamboo that's coming in. Oh, looks like a skeleton got caught up in all of that as well. Let's take his bits out of the system so he don't jam anything up. We're gradually filling up the hoppers. But look, you can see the stuff is still pouring in furiously. The lights are flickering as we're dispensing absolutely loads of bamboo. And somehow in here we've got, what are you? A zombie's decided to spawn somewhere in this. I'm not sure how. But he gets beaten up by the flying machines. They get sent backwards and forwards. And now the minecarts have dispensed their first set of bamboo, they go off, they collect the next set. Oh, and let's leave that there. So let's go over and visit my sugarcane farm. What I would normally do is fly in, land on the top here, run across, drop down onto this bit and then land on my pressure plate here, and that's now started my farm off. And it sends my minecarts rolling round and around and around, and we'll see one suddenly pop past in a second. Thank you. And as usual with these things, I got little override switches like that hiding around the place. And what happens is the bamboo grows, and every now and again one of the observers will detect something and it will give a big push, and that will push the tops of the bamboos onto the soil, which gets picked up by the minecart over a line of hoppers. It all gets fed down here into my sugarcane collector. I will then take my sugarcane collector, let's switch this off so all my minecarts park up. Here they come, and up, there we go. My minecart's parked up, it's on a slope ready to roll off and collect some more. So now I can fly in, get stuck in my cobweb, and I want to get one pile of bamboo. I'm going to fly over here, and this is my mob drop farm. So I go over here, I say, right, I'll go on some gunpowder. 1, 2, 3. There's my hidden crafting bench. Make a load of paper. and I want to go paper, rocket, rocket, rocket. And there we are. I've now got a stack full more rockets. So I use the farms like this so that I can switch them on when I need them. If I'm building a whole load of farms, if I'm building a farm, I'll leave a whole load of these all running away so I can get a whole load of drops generated. That's all full, so I don't need that. This is doing okay, so I can leave that switched off. I always leave the iron farm running because you can't switch it off. Let's go and have a look at my XP farm. How's this doing? So it's still generating loads and loads and loads of bamboo. I'm trying to get as much as I can into my chests for fuel, and I'm only about half, no, not even halfway there, a third of the way there. So I'm going to leave that running in the background. My minecarts can collect all the bamboo fuel that they need. I've got loads of cactus being generated. How much have we got on that? Yeah, we've got ourselves 1, 2, 3, 4 double chests worth of that, so they can run away quite happily. Let's go and check out my auto smelter. Oh, sorry, my super smelter. There we go. How much have we got in here? I've now got a load of smooth stone all sorted out. So I'm just going to trash that, get my smooth stone out, take that off to my next project. If I've got a bit of extra like glass or smooth stone lying around, I can leave it there. So now we've had a quick tour of the industrial district, I'm going to switch it off and I'm going to go back to my house and go and have a look at the villager traders. Okay, let's go and have a look at the house. So first thing we're going to do is fly over past my lighthouse. Thank you, Corellis, for a really nice design of a lighthouse. There we go. Over there is my house. And I've got my slime farm on the way. So actually I'm going to pop over. This is my bee farm first. Nice easy bee farm. Few friendly little bees sitting there doing their bee thing. How are we doing for slime? Slime, we got plenty. Oh no, I could do with some more. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's generate a block of slime. Right, pop that in there. Switch it on. That will do its thing while I'm in the area. You can see my tree farm in the background. And this is my initial melon and pumpkin farm, but it doesn't get used that much. Pop into my house. I decided I was going to go for some sneaky particle effects, hiding underneath the carpet. And I've got a few maps where I've gone and collected things. For this is my elevator down. There's my main portal off to my nether hub. This is my old smelter, which just does a bit. And this is the map of my area with the industrial district, locals. I've got a witch farm, a drowned farm. There's a stronghold over there. And what I'm going to do is pop through here, and this is my, as everyone does in Minecraft, you've got little sneaky hidden doors hiding in there. But I tried to make it obvious by saying, where does this passage lead to? Where is this going to? In it goes. There's all my recipe potions, so it's like Netherwort, golden carrot and redstone dust make me a potion of night vision. Here we are. Have all my recipes. Spare ingredient. There's all my blaze and blaze powder and any other bits and pieces. And then I've got my storage system for holding potions. Got my little enchantment set up. And if you look really carefully, I've got my Did I Die room. So a nice vault to keep me safe in case there's creepers about. That's nicely hidden away. This is my main storage room. Put my stuff in here. And it's one of these ones done by Tango where it all gets bumped around, passing up and down through all of these. Tell me what on earth I've got stored in the system, and anything extra I pop into these chests here. It works really well. It's got to the point where I don't even need to use this lot. Then round here are my auto villager farms. This is what got me started. Put my bone meal in here. I've got a mob farm, so I got plenty. This was my drop area, which I still haven't tidied up. And then these are all my pumpkin and melon traders. There we are. 1 pumpkin equals 1 emerald, 1 melon equals 1 emerald. Do lots of trading, and I've got my nice little secret door hidden in here. Can I remember the combination? There we are. This is my vault, hidden away. Put my kit in there if I'm going to do a whole load of villager trading stuff. Reset my combination. Dog, what are you doing in there? And then finally, let's pop downstairs and have a chat with my villagers. So here we go. These are all my librarians. I've got 1 cartographer, but I've got mending, riptide, all the enchantments that I need for that. I've got a whole load of toolsmiths, all up to master. I've got a whole load of weaponsmiths. And down the end I've got a whole load of stone cutters. Masons give me all the white quartz that I need. Quartz pillar, bits of terracotta if I can be bothered. I've got a load of clerics. That gives me lots of redstone and lapis and glowstone. Important, that one. Ooh. Oh, and bottles of enchanting for 1 emerald. That's just silly. And then I got a whole load of blast furnace guys that give me armor. I think these guys sometimes are overpowered. They really give you lots and lots of armor. You can grind off the enchantments and put whatever you want on there. And diamonds don't need that. They just aren't worth it anymore. There's no point. Once you've got 64 diamonds, you're not going to really use it. And then, yes, we've got ourselves shepherds in case we want to shep anything. We've got fletchers in case we want arrows. We've got fishermen. And we've got butchers. But why on earth do we want to have ordinary arrows if we can go and get ourselves spectral arrows? So let's press the button, switch up our water source, and let's go through and investigate the nether. Okay, let's go into the nether. Off we go. So I've got the Hoglin farm, which is up there. And just over there in the distance, you can see fading in and out, I've got my Pigman farm. So anyway, let's go up a little bit higher. Let's get out of the range of that. There we go. The Hoglins turn up, they run away from the mushrooms, and they fall into the pit of death. There's my AFK spot. I need to make that a lot bigger just so that they end up, it's easier for me to get there. Right. This is a better AFK platform. Fly around here, hit that, gently drop down, and watch all of my lovely little zombie pigmen go charging in for the turtle eggs, and they just fall to their death. There's loads of them. This thing works really well, quite happy with that. And of course, once they're all doing their falling business, they land on a whole load of hoppers, dropping all their nuggets into here, and I pass it through a filter, so if we end up with any rotten flesh, it gets spat out into lava. Always a good idea to do that. And this is where I turn all my nuggets into gold bars, and then gold bars I turn into gold blocks, and then I can take them back to the overworld. Right, let's go and have a look at the rest of my nether hub. So I've got a squid ink farm, I can never remember where they are, so I just label them all, trying to use blocks that use the materials. So that's why the gold farm has got yellow glass and it's got a yellow gold block. That's my home portal. Guess what? That's my villager portal. A nice little touch of a couple of bits of carpet keeps my villagers in there nice and safe. Over here I've got the Guardian Temple farm. I'll have a look at that later. I do have a raid farm, but as it says on the label, it's not so reliable. This is my industrial area, and it's flanked by a couple of iron golems, which seemed appropriate. I've got a small desert, which is close, which is good for farming all the sand that mining all the sand I need. I've got a gas tier farm and a woodland mansion. With all these things, you just follow the trail of the appropriate torches. Off you go, and that one's quite a way away. What's this one? This is the... Oh yes, I made a strip mine, and there's all my beacons out that way. But guess what? It's going to be my flower farm heading off that way. That's my witch farm. This is my skeleton spawner farm, which was really useful at the start of the game. Let's pop in and have a quick look at that. As you see, nothing special. That's my spawner, generating away. The skeletons, off they go, floating their way. Oops, up he goes, he gets nudged, floats across, down the first step, down the second step, and down he comes, almost dead, until he can be killed with a single swipe of my sword. Right, and an enchanting table to make use of the levels. Right, where have we got to? Gold farm, squid farm. Yeah, we've got Mushroom Island, Guardian Temple. I think we've toured all of this lot. Yep. So let's drop down here. Oh, it's still running. How much gold have I got in there? I've still quite a lot of gold left in there. I think this was Ray's works design. I tried to soup it up and have 8 pigmen, but it's too efficient. It makes so much stuff. I don't need all of this. And they're really good for generating all sorts of stuff. Blackstone, I don't know what to do with all of that. Growing obsidian, I've got a chest full. Obsidian, this is great. I don't have to go mining for obsidian, so I can make those farms nicely. Gravel, there's so much of that. Nether bricks. Soul sand. Don't have to harvest that. Spectral arrows, that's really useful. Get myself as many arrows as I need. Leather is really useful. Quartz, don't have to go mining for quartz. I was really surprised to find that we did iron nuggets out of this. Not sure why that's useful. And of course we get fire chargers. Great for making fireworks. And then we've got all the extra stuff that we need. So I don't need all the blackstone. We get splash potions of fire resistance. We get soul speed and we get boots. Fire resistance is the easy one. You just collect that and go and make it into longer lasting ones. And you get so much, it just comes out your ears. And as always, there's a waste disposal unit. If you don't need the stuff, it just gets put in there and dropped into lava. Yeah, I think that's it for this area.